This one I wanted to talk to you about because this one was very surprising to me. Not because that he left the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but the fact that he signed with the San Francisco 49ers. Like, that was really not a team that I was thinking that he was going to go to. At first, I thought he was going to go to the Buffalo Bills, but the Buffalo Bills traded for DJ Moore, so I thought that was going out the window, right? And then I saw a few other teams like the Baltimore Ravens, where they always try to pick up a receiver. In the last like 5 years, they always try to pick up a receiver. You saw Isaiah Likely that we're actually going to talk about him. He left and he went to the Giants. But Mike Evans signing with the San Francisco 49ers on a 3-year deal. And he's been in Tampa, 9 seasons? Something like that.
Yeah.
Now he's leaving, going to the Bay, and he's going to be with Brock Purdy, George Kittle. As of now, Brandon Ayuk, but I think Brandon Ayuk is going to be out of there. Jawan Jennings, Rashad Parshall, I think that's how you pronounce his name.
No, Pearsall,
yes, thank you. And great coach in Kyle Shanahan. How do you like this move for the Niners?
I like the move for the Niners. I do think some of those guys might not be back. I know Jennings. I mean, Ayuk will definitely be gone because Dave already said, what's his name? John Lynch has already said that's the last snap he'll play for the Niners. We're done with that. And then Jennings, seems like they're not going to offer him the money he wants. I think he's going to be gone as well. So it pretty much puts him at the one spot. I was surprised he went there too, but I was also surprised that it was a 3-year deal because he seems like he was. If he would say he would have stayed with Tampa, I could see him getting a 1-year deal and just riding out into the sun after that. But to get a 3-year deal was interesting because I'm not saying he's not deserving or so on and so forth, but like it's just not what I pictured on my timeline for Mike Evans' retirement tour. So that was kind of weird, like you said, in terms of also it being San Fran. But between him, Pearsall, and then Jacob Cohen, that's probably the 3 wide receiver thing. Brock Purdy, obviously. It's a good pickup for them. I also think they need to go get somebody else, whether that's in the draft or not, because you can't be too sure about his injury history. Had a lot of weird injuries this year. Some of them not even linked to each other, so who knows. But I love Mike Evans, so good for him. Glad to see him get another opportunity somewhere else. I do think it was time for a fresh start also, not just for him, but for Tampa, even if that does open a little hole for them over there. I think they were just going to stay in that same well and just watch themselves age out. So this was a good move for both sides, even if it is kind of a shocker.
Yeah, I think it's a good move for both sides. I think Mike Evans is a great receiver, all pro. I think he's very underrated. But it's like the San Francisco 49ers just love to have injured players. Like, I feel like they don't go away from that. They just rather have players that get injured all the time and not there on the field, and they rather pay them for their likeness and their name, like if it's NIL, instead of out there on the field. Like, it's insane to me. It's insane to me. But he is a great receiver, man. I think it's a good run. I think it's a good play for them. I think filling in that void of obviously Deebo Samuel being gone a year ago. Brandon Ayuk didn't even play this whole past season. He had that whole drama with all the money that he wants to get paid and yada yada. And he didn't even play. CMC always in and out on the field. George Kittle actually got injured. In the beginning of the season, came back, and then he got injured again at the end of the season. Jawan Jennings had a crazy season where he looked like a Pro Bowl wide receiver, and if they're healthy. Obviously, Fred Warner didn't play, so that defense was a little bit shaky with the captain not being there. But if being healthy, man, this team together, plus Mike Evans, it's going to look scary, bro. It's going to look scary for the NFC.
Have you read up on the electrical field theory over there?
Mm-hmm.
Another injury type player to go play at the field of electricity. See what happens.
Demolish that whole thing and start a brand new, man. For that, you put concrete and let them play on sneakers. Let them practice in sneakers.
Yeah, and they just have so many injuries.
So many, bro. So many. I
Like you said, to go
remember
after an injury plague guy.
I think week 3, 4, or 5, one of those, I was looking through the injury reports on all the teams. I was like bored one day, just looking at the injury reports for fantasy and for betting purposes or whatever. And I went to San Fran, and they had 27 injured players. Some minor, some major, some literally questionable, but 27 questionable players. Injured questionable. Insane.
Yeah, they had a game where I think 6 of their top 7 ranked players were all out, and then they won. Mike, damn
And
it!
they won.
No justice.
That's coaching, right? That's coaching. At the end of the
Yeah.
day, that is coaching, bro. 100%, man. You get players to buy in, even though they're second string, third string, and you get them to buy in and actually go out there and put their hearts on the line, blood, sweat, and tears to go out there and get a dub, man.
Yeah, and it was like the Rams or somebody. It was somebody pretty good they played. So
I bet. I feel like the Niners always play good teams. They probably have like 2-3 weeks that they play trash teams, but other than that,
yeah.